Peace and love. Welcome to another episode of Mind Your Thoughts. There's someone that wants your mind. I am your host, Paul the Poet, and remember, before we get started, hit that subscribe button, share, comment, and let's mind our thoughts together, so that we can control our mind, And if you notice the title, it is Elon Musk X Twitter contest and the Department of Education. And this what we want to talk about today and stuff, and this, I started, I noticed, Elon Musk is not, he's in the spotlight now because, he is, he came out, at a certain point in the contest earlier this month, in support of Donald Trump, who won that contest, by the will of the people, and then, so people have, begin to follow, because, there's a lot of inauthenticity. People are not being authentic. They are pretending to be authentic. They're saying things that they, can make you perceive them as being authentic. But I don't see them as being authentic, because authentic people, we follow things. We don't follow things. We lead things, And when I see the thing that's going on with Twitter, what I'm saying? It's funny to me because, it's like the things that people are saying, and, they're attacking Elon Musk because he's associated with Donald Trump, what I'm saying? And so they aren't paying attention to other things that are happening and stuff, as a result, and it's so much hate and fear, I seen a video. A young lady made a video, and she said she was scared to go to sleep because she was going to wake up a slave. And I seen this message out to her and to anyone else who has that same fear. You shouldn't let it overcome you. You don't have to worry about going to sleep and waking up a slave. I guarantee it. And my guarantee is in your reality of saying that and believing that, so you don't have to worry about it happening. It's already happened. You're already a slave. You need to take your ass to sleep because you got some slave work to do in the morning, okay? Because you've already put yourself into slavery, to have that thought like that, and then it comes back to the people, what I'm saying, with the whole Twitter X Elon Musk thing, what I'm saying, and first of all, the first thing I seen somebody with a video, and they were talking about how much Elon Musk paid the former owner of Twitter before, he bought it and then changed the name to X. A lot of people still call it Twitter. Anyway, so, and he was saying that, dude fleeced Elon. Now, I'm looking at it like, Elon Musk is worth billions and billions of dollars. He's got all kinds of business all over the world. He's a very wealthy person, However, for them to say that, they miss the other part of Elon Musk that is obvious, because of the success that he has in his endeavors, And one of the things that they don't miss, and they think he got fleeced for paying $44 billion for a company that never made no money at all. It was always the operating cost of Twitter was always in the red, not in the black. Okay. So Elon paid $44 billion for it. So you think Elon got fleeced. But here's a man who has all these different interests, and he is buying a social media platform, which is, there are billions of people on Twitter. So the couple of, maybe if it's 2 million, 3 million people that leave Twitter because they're upset about the results of the contest that they, campaign for people to go out and vote. You know what I'm saying? These are all these people, Don Lemon and Joy Reid and all the the mouthpieces who call themselves journalists. They all were campaigning for people to go out and vote, and they were campaigning. They were successful, and they got a lot of people to go out and vote. The problem was they didn't vote the way that they wanted them to vote, and so they didn't, to get the result in the contest that they wanted. So now, they're mad, and they're blaming Elon. So they say, we're gonna leave Twitter. Like, really and truthfully, do you really think that that's gonna make a difference in Elon Musk's life? Let me ask you a question, because I know out of the groups and the other people that are leaving Twitter, I know some of y'all own Teslas. Are you gonna give up your Tesla too? I mean, if you're gonna go in, you gotta be authentic. You gotta go in all the way. I never seen nobody talk about they giving up their Tesla yet. But that's why I say there's a lot of inauthenticity. People are not being authentic. They're following the herd. So now you got people, hey, I want you to follow me on this new app because I'm leaving Twitter. I'm like, Elon Musk did not buy Twitter for you to be a member of it. You know what I'm saying? Elon Musk has showed that he is a visionary. See, most people, they talk about yesterday and they live in today, and that's as far as they go. You know what I'm saying? People like Elon Musk, who build empires, businesses, products that are successful. He's thinking 5, 10, 20 years ahead. You know what I'm saying? He's already planning for that. So while you sitting here now talking about something that was done yesterday, today, thinking that the person got fleeced, you're the idiot. Because you don't have a vision. You know what I'm saying? You're still acting like a child. Because I just can't believe some of the stuff that people are saying. The psychiatrist, Ivy League psychiatrist, is telling people that, oh, you have the right not to be around people who didn't vote like you. I'm advising all of my clients. I have clients that I've seen already, and I'm advising them to do the same thing. Wait a minute. Hold up. Wait a minute. Slow down. You're a psychiatrist at an Ivy League school. I don't know which. I forget which one. They might have said it, but I know that they was talking to Ivy League stuff. And first of all, the first red flag and red light and alarm that goes off is that, and I seen this. She was on the news. There's like 2 or 3 days after the election. And she was already saying that she was advising her clients, meaning that she had already seen people, who had to go see their psychiatrist because the results of the election, did not go the way that they wanted it to go. And, the question is, like, why were you so emotionally invested into this? You know what I'm saying? I mean, like, because I never bought into or tried to understand the people say this is the most important election ever. Why? Like, if you're gonna tell me something, you need to have an explanation behind this, reasoning. I'm not gonna just run because you come with all this energy and stuff. You know what I'm saying? Because see, to me, all of this stuff is low vibrational stank energy. You know what I'm saying? And that low vibrational stank energy has people in a negative context, and they're spreading this. And this is what these ghouls, these media pretenders, you see, who call themselves journalists, and Roland Martin and all of them like that, they're gathering the people for the fight. You know what I'm saying? Because they not just gonna give up. You know what I'm saying? And then they take orders. So they're doing this, and all the followers are following along. So there is no authenticity in these actions. You know what I'm saying? They're being exactly who they are. You know what I'm saying? And it's sad. It's really sad that so many people are falling victim to this. You know what I'm saying? However, you know, and I'm gonna say this video probably is gonna run a little longer than what I usually do. I usually try to keep it under 15 minutes. This one's probably gonna run a little longer and stuff, because there's a lot of information and a lot of stuff to talk about. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, I'll take this time again to say I am the host, Bo the Poet. Like, share, and subscribe. Comment. You see what I'm saying? Let me know what you thinking about this. How you feeling? You know what I'm saying? And be honest. You see, because without honesty, there can be no open-mindedness. And without any open-mindedness, there can be no willingness. And without any willingness, there can be no acceptance. So, you know, you have one side that is, you know, really propping you up and encouraging you to act like a child. You didn't get what you want, so now you're pouting. You know what I'm saying? Now that everything has been decided, you're not looking to see, you know, to get in where you fit in and to make the best of what you feel as though it's a bad situation. You're doing the same thing you was doing before. You're complaining, you're moaning, you're groaning. You know what I'm saying? Because you didn't get what you want. That's what a child does. And then when you have somebody who they say is a psychiatrist, you know what I'm saying, who has graduated and has a degree, and maybe even as a master, and it's a professor, and it's teaching, and this is what they're teaching, and you think that that's a good thing. And we're finna get to that when we go to the Department of Education part. But right now, we still talking about the contest. You know what I'm saying? Because we didn't kind of ease away from the ridiculousness of people leaving Twitter. You know what I'm saying? That's like the most ridiculous, for the reason that you're leaving. This ridiculous. Especially if you made your presence felt on Twitter, you know what I'm saying, and you built up something, and now you're telling people, let's leave. Well, if you want to go, go. I don't have a Twitter account. I never had a Twitter account. You know, when Elon bought it and he turned it into X, I never had. But I'm going to get one now, because all y'all leaving, I want to know what you're leaving. You know what I'm saying? So I'm interested now. You leaving have made me interested to go join. You know what I'm saying? Because your reasoning, it makes no sense to me. Now, if it makes sense to you, you got to do you. You know what I'm saying? But I'm going to do me. You know what I'm saying? And I'm not hating. I'm just questioning your authenticity, because it don't sound authentic. You know what I'm saying? None of the stuff that you are propagating sounds authentic. Not to me. Maybe it is to you. You know what I'm saying? But I know that I'm in a different place than a whole lot of people. You know what I'm saying? You know, because a lot of people get mad at me. Well, you know, look, don't waste a good mad. Get you a cape so you can be super mad. You know what I'm saying? Don't let it go by like that. You know what I'm saying? But now we talking about contests. Of course, the other big contest in the month of November in the year 2024. You know, I call it the dance. Y'all call it the fight, the prize fight. You know, Jake Paul. I almost said Muhammad Ali. Mike Tyson. You know, and there's actually people. You know, I mean, that was the you know, that was another division of wrestling, but done with the boxing gloves. You know, the pugilists. You know what I'm saying? And, you know, you know, look, I got much love and much respect for Mike Tyson. You know what I'm saying? And even though they raised Jake Paul's hand and said he was the winner, Mike Tyson won that, hands down. You know what I'm saying? Because he danced for what, 6 rounds, 9 rounds, whatever. You know what I'm saying? He didn't take a punch. He didn't give a punch, but he walked out with $20 million. So how the fuck did he lose? How can you? Why are you even talking about it? It was a fucking. It was a show. You know what I'm saying? You know, and I hope Mike don't get mad if he ever see this, but I really believe Mike took some of them pills before he got in the ring. You know what I'm saying? Like when he was married to that woman and they had him on that medicine, I think Mike took some of that so he wouldn't, you know, catch a flashback. And lose that $20 million, you know what I'm saying? Because see, you have to look at the stipulation of the contract and all the things that was about. It was never about them getting in there and really going at it. That boy didn't want that. You know what I'm saying? If he wanted that, he would have did something when Mike, you know, slapped the sugar honey iced tea out of him at the weigh-in. You know, just to remind him, I know it's $20 million on the line, so I can't do this in the ring. So let me get this out of here now. Pow! Snap the. You know, and see, this listen, it's all a fucking game. It's all a setup. It's all distractions. They doing all of this stuff to keep you distracted. You know what I'm saying? And they have to keep their followers, you know what I'm saying, the unauthentic people, you know what I'm saying, who are sitting around upset about the results of a contest, you know what I'm saying, who just can't let it go. And now they're into attack mode of, you know, that's why they're leaving Twitter and all that stuff. And, you know, and you know, now they're shifting, you know, because they don't know how to take Trump. You know what I'm saying? Because Trump done changed on their ass and shit. You know what I'm saying? You know, because Trump got a mission. You know, and see, they were trying to set you up all along. You know what I'm saying? Because if you remember, if you go back to, you know, all the, like, the interviews that Trump was doing, you know, prior to the, you know, the seriousness, when the contest got serious, and even, you know, when he did the interview on I think CNN, whatever, you know, with the girl, you know what I'm saying, and she was trying to, like, you know, pigeonhole him in. First she was like, well, who you want to win, Russia or Ukraine? I want people to stop dying. Yeah, but who you want to win? You know what I'm saying? They try to, you know, that's their angle. You know what I'm saying? Try to get him to say something so we can use it against him. You know, like they do when you get arrested. You know, you have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can and will be used against you. You know what I'm saying? In the court of public opinion, Donald J. Trump. That's what they was trying to do. And they were successful at it the first time because he wasn't, you know, he really wasn't ready for it. You know what I'm saying? But after having served 4 years and then be 4 years away and have to have a time to reflect upon what was going on and to really see it, because he was calling them out in fake news. You know what I'm saying? You know, but he wasn't ready for the comeback. Nah, he done sat back, watched it. Okay, yeah, I got you. You know what I'm saying? Because, you know, Trump got the ego. You know what I'm saying? It's bigger than this room. You know what I'm saying? So he did. He do it. Look, man, the moves he making is so ridiculous. You know what I'm saying? He making some ridiculous moves, and when I say ridiculous, I'm using it in a term of it's off the cuff, because you got two prominent people who just recently switched to from the Democratic Party to the Republican Party. That's Kennedy and Galbert. You know what I'm saying? So now, you know, they can't really mess with Kennedy too much because they know a lot of people got love for Kennedy and the Kennedy family. So they trying to backdoor go after Tulsi Gabbard. You know, and they straight on going after Elon Musk. Because Elon Musk doesn't have a cabinet position, but he create, you know, see Donald Trump, you know, they kept asking him, are you going to go after your political opponent, or your political enemies? You know what I'm saying? Well, first of all, why does he have political enemies? Where he didn't do nothing to them. They the one that attacked him. And they attacked him while he was They attacked him before when he became the Republican nomination in 2016. They attacked him, up until the election. Then he got elected, and they attacked him while, before he even got sworn in. They was attacking him. When he got sworn in, they just kept on, and they kept on, and they kept on. And, then after he lost 2020, you know what I'm saying? They quiet for a little while, and they start attacking him again. Let's get him before he even gets started. You know what I'm saying? And all they did was play themselves in the corner and stuff. So now he's the president-elect again, will be sworn in, in January. And they're not going to give up. You know what I'm saying? And one of the things, I'm going to try to get to the meat and potatoes here. You know what I'm saying? We're running a little over, but like I said, it's going to be a little longer. Meat and potatoes, and one of the things that people are talking about, you know what I'm saying, and of course the left is totally against it, is the dismantling of the Department of Education. And the left and their followers are trying to reason, like it's not a good idea. So I seen a video, and some entertainer, what I'm saying, who don't know, we see what the whole thing was. Harris, $1 billion, and now you're $20 million in debt. You know what I'm saying? And you gave all this money away, you know what I'm saying, to these entertainers to come and act like they really support you. You know what I'm saying? Hell, if you'd have gave me a couple $100,000, I'd have showed up somewhere. Come on up. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Nah, not really. No. Wouldn't have happened. But anyway, but because I'm not an actor. But or if I entertain you, I'm entertaining you, because you can feel the realness. You know what I'm saying? I can entertain you. I entertain realness. I don't entertain, pretensions. You know what I'm saying? You can't pay me to do something that's against my principles. And if I think you're not a principled person, I can't support you. You can't pay me to support you. Just like that. You see what I'm saying? But in looking at the Department of Education, like I said, some entertainer is talking about, man, he want to get rid of the Department of Education. Look at our community, and look at the poor test scores and the low illiteracy, the high illiteracy rate, and all these things. He was naming all these negative things, you know what I'm saying? And he want to get rid of the Department of Education. And I say, well, you make some very good points. You know what I'm saying? You make some very good points that actually, solidifies getting rid of the Department of Education. Because let's switch this around. Let's take everything that you just said and let's look at it, that all of this that you have just outlined, all of these numbers that you just came up, have been achieved under the Department of Education. So we can say that the Department of Education, which has existed almost 100 years, you know what I'm saying, because it was not a part of the original Constitution. It was. It is actually privately. It's funded by the government, but it's a private think tank organization. It's not United States government. Y'all probably didn't know that, but yeah, it's not part of the government. It's funded by the government. You understand? So all of these statistics that you have given us tells us that the Department of Education is failing us. So what happens if you dismantle the Department of Education? Well, one thing that goes away is accreditation, accredited schools. You see what I'm saying? Because then the funds would go directly to the states, for the states to distribute to the cities, and for the cities to distribute to the districts. Now, this is where it gets really interesting at. Because instead of taking that directive from the people on the hill in the White House, hold up, the people on the hill in the White House with the big steeples, big columns, the people or the person on the hill in the White House, you don't have to take the directives. You now have local, starting with the state and seeping right down to your community. And then, because there is no over federal guidelines that you have to follow to be accredited, you see what I'm saying? You can now set the curriculum in your community. The power is now localized. You have now gained the power, you see what I'm saying, to institute things that will erase these statistics that you have, so brilliantly given us. You've actually made the case. It's brilliant. You're brilliant. You see what I'm saying? Listen, the definition of insanity is continually to do the same thing and expecting different results. If this department has been in existence for almost 100 years, and this is the results that the statistic that you've given us, especially for people that look like us, then my brother, my sister, yeah, it's time to let that go. You know what I'm saying? There's a new horizon. You know what I'm saying? It's time for, here's an opportunity for us to really make a change and to be in control of that change, and we don't have to look to the White House on the hill. We can do that right here, down in the valley. You get me? Y'all feeling me, huh? I think, you know what I'm saying? Or maybe you still scared to go to sleep because you might wake up and you're a slave, huh? Yeah. See, look, it's a lot more I could cover in that, but we run way over, and I don't like to keep you because it's hard for people got things to do. I got things to do, so I appreciate, what I'm saying. Listen, like, share, subscribe. Remember, mind your thoughts, because there's someone that wants your mind. Don't be easy. Peace.